Hello, welcome to chemistry. Here's a few things we went over on the first day or so of class. So, Schoology is our main area for most of your classes at St. Joe's. When you click on your chemistry class, it will default you to the updates page. And every class day, there'll be a warm-up activity here and a list of kind of what we're doing during class. So it'll say the day, it'll say warm-up, and you click those words warm-up to go to a Google form for the warm-up. And that's kind of the first thing you do in chemistry. It is the first thing you do in chemistry every single day when you enter the room. You silently go to your seat, you go to Schoology, you click the warm-up. You also put your materials out so I can see that you have them, namely your binder and calculator. After you do the warm-up, there'll be a list of for what you can do next. Sometimes it'll say get out your notes. Sometimes it'll say go work on a learning guide. Sometimes it'll say work on practice problems. And I'll talk a little bit about what that all means. The other main section of Schoology is materials. And here, I posted a few things for you that can help you navigate, especially if you missed the first class or so. So the first thing I'd kind of draw your attention to, and something I'm actually going to move up to the top here, is course information. And what you really want to do, you want to go to this syllabus. This is the document I'm having you and your parents sign, but you want to read through this very carefully. This goes over a little bit about the course. It goes over what you need every day for class, my rules and expectations, as well as my consequences for chemistry, how your grade will be determined, and a little bit of a description of each of the different types of assignments we'll have in chemistry this year. It also talks a little bit about when and when you can't use your laptop, a little bit about the Schoology website, as well as some other things like what you should do if you're not feeling well before class and need to go to the nurse, how you can contact me outside of class time, what the late policy is, as well as what you can do when you're absent. So that's all in the course information folder for you. There's a couple other files in here. We'll talk a little bit about the safety contract before our first lab, and that'll be another document you've signed. And then these three here, how to compute your average, a guide to email your instructor, and common pitfalls of the digital era and how to avoid them and correct them to maximize your learning and your grade in chemistry. Those are all found in your binder. All this is found in your binder, but they're here for you to refer to as well. So I would take a look at all of those when you have a chance. Down below here, this is where you're going to submit your signed syllabus. So one thing I talked about the first day was how we will be scanning files on a pretty regular basis as a PDF and submitting them to Schoology. So this is where you'll submit the assignment. And there's also a couple of videos here to help you learn how to scan a document using either an iPhone or an Android. You can also stop by to come and see me before or after school or during any other mutual free time that we have, and we can take a look and I can help you with that. If we head back to materials here, you'll notice a few other folders. For every chapter or two, there's going to be a folder. And in there will be videos just like this one that go through the notes. So some students use these when they're absent to get the notes. That's one of their main purposes. A lot of students like to look at these during times when they want to just do a little bit of extra review or something they've had a little trouble with. So those are there for you. There'll also be answers to the practice problems, which we'll be talking about a little throughout the year. Those are practice problems are another section of your binder, and they're basically exercises practice that are very similar to what you can expect on a test or quiz. And we work on them often in class, sometimes as homework, but all the answers are provided for you to check your work. So they'll be a part of that for each chapter. Occasionally there's some other files as well. These are kind of grayed out on here, so you can't actually see those yet on your Schoology, but if we need them, I'll add them. If there's any other type of answer key, it gets posted in the chapter folder. And at the end of each chapter, there's a file for you to look at before the test that gives you some things to focus on, as well as a practice test there for you with the answers. When we have lab, there's a labs folder, and those labs will all be listed in there. I'll be graying these out so you only see the lab we're going to be doing. The first one will be the density of water. There'll also be a folder here called Learning Guides, and Learning Guides are homework assignments that get scanned in as a PDF as well. And we'll be talking a little bit more about those in class during the first and second week of school. So this is kind of the basics of Schoology, which really gives us the framework for the class and kind of shows you how this all works. I'm looking forward to a great year. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And if you're looking for the next video, it'll be in the Chapter 1 and 2 folder, and it'll be our Introduction to Chemistry, and it'll follow along with the class notes section of your binder.